All right, hello everybody. Hello, hello, hello. What is going on, folks? Welcome. What's up? How are you? Hopefully you're doing well. I am doing well. I am feeling very positive, actually. Very positive. In regards to... some great news that I have for you on pre-stream today. In fact, if you haven't noticed, I'm actually starting up pre-stream a little bit early compared to when I would usually start talking here on stream. Usually I would be running music for a little bit longer or whatever. But I have a lot to talk about today. I actually have two very positive things to kind of announce / discuss. I have one thing I want to run by you guys. And so we'll see how it goes today. It's going to be a pretty good pre-stream. I'm glad that some of you guys and gals are here early to talk with me a little bit before we get started with the premiere of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Okay, should be pretty fun. First off, before we even get started with all of that, I got a question from a stream chatter last night, a viewer. And moderators in the stream chat may be able to answer this question for me because I have no idea. Apparently, Skooma Dealer was banned a couple days ago from stream chat. I don't know why, because I wasn't here. Or I was playing a game and wasn't there watching when this happened. And I guess the reason that this person's asking why they got banned is because they had gifted Skooma a subscription. And they're not really upset, but they're just wondering. They're like, I gifted Skooma a subscription. What happened? I don't see them in the chat anymore. Why are they banned or whatever? And I'm like, I have no idea. You know, I did not ban Skooma, so I don't know what happened. So if any mods know what's going on with that, you know, that's great. But I can't answer the person personally because I don't know what happened. I don't know the situation. I don't know what happened. So, Kushi Yakatori says, I think the Skooma's back under a different name. Well, I don't know who that would be, you know? Yeah, Popsicola says he wasn't here. Okay. All right. Kushi Yakatori says he thinks that Viking did the ban. All right. I just didn't want to sit here and search through days and days of chat logs, because I could. But I didn't want to sit here and search through a million chat logs trying to figure it out because I didn't even know when it happened. So it would have been a pain in my ass. So, all right. Even when I see Viking, I'll ask him what's going on with that. All right. So let's start talking, everybody. Let's start talking. Let's get to some great positive news. First of all, let's talk about today's stream. Today is the premiere of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater HD. The Redemption Run. Even though, I don't know, you know, you say Redemption Run. But my Metal Gear Solid 2 second playthrough that I just finished yesterday, honestly, in some places I ended up doing worse, and in some places I ended up doing better than the first playthrough. It's quite interesting because it seems like the boss fights I did way better. But some other spots I just couldn't do well at all. Sneaking in particular, I just didn't do very well. And quite honestly, I mean, I'll be real honest with you guys. I don't like old school sneaking games. I never did. I don't like this game where you have to play it super slow and super fucking patient, and oh god, prevent every kind of alert and everything. I never really liked that kind of gameplay to begin with. What I can tell you is that what I remember back when I played Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 in 2011, I actually liked Metal Gear Solid 3 better. I thought it was an overall better game. I remember enjoying it a lot more than 2. So, I'm honestly hoping that that kind of comes through in the playthrough that we're starting up today. Metal Gear Solid 3 will be the featured playthrough for the next week or so. In fact, I'm planning on playing it as my main stream today, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I'm hoping between those 6 days, you figure 6 days, 4 hours of gameplay each day, I'll probably finish this game by the end of next week, which is good. That's what I'm going for. Okay. I'm going for a week where we can play this and balance it with other stuff, along with Game of the Year awards and other stuff that's going to be going on. FYI, let me very quickly run through the schedule for the week, because then I want to get to my positive announcements for all of you, okay? So first off, today, Metal Gear Solid 3, the premiere here on stream. It'll be about 4 to 4.5 hours of gameplay, depending on when I get started. Also, if I have 4 million shout-outs as usual, it might take a little longer to get started with gameplay. I guess we'll see. And no stream tonight, no second stream. Reason being, tonight I am focusing and working on my year-end series. If you guys aren't aware, I have to work on my Game of the Year awards. And I got all the voiceovers done on Wednesday night, which was good. I got them all done in one sitting. Now I have to sit down tonight and put all the video footage together for all the games in my top 15 games of the year. And then I have to start editing. I'm hoping to at least get one video done tonight so that I can release it tomorrow. And then tomorrow will be a unique day because I'm going to be playing Fortnite Battle Royale for my main gameplay stream. Okay. And that'll be fun because I have not done a featured stream of Fortnite in quite some time. People are telling me that on console, Fortnite is a far better game than PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. And I guess we're going to see because the games are going to go head-to-head tomorrow because I'm going to be doing Fortnite as my featured stream. And then at night, my late-night stream will be PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. So I'll play them both in one day, and I'll be able to tell you what I really think about both of them. Okay? Sounds good. All right, in addition to that, tomorrow night, like I said, I'm hoping to premiere my very first Game of the Year Awards countdown video on stream. So if I get it edited and done tonight, that means that tomorrow night it will premiere on my late night stream, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It'll be airing before that, and then I'll upload it to YouTube tomorrow night, and we'll get that going. Okay, sounds good. Then on Sunday, will be the return of Metal Gear Solid 3. There will not be a second stream on Sunday because Sunday night I got to film the week in preview. I have to message all of the patrons from the month of December so that they can start sending me their information to get their perks for December. And I'm going to do more editing and working on the Game of the Year Awards. Okay, what I'm actually hoping is that maybe I can wrap up the Game of the Year Awards editing Sunday night. I don't know if I'll be able to, considering I still have to do the week in preview and the patron stuff. But I'm hoping maybe I'll be able to. Okay, because then I'll have the episodes ready to air for the rest of the week. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this week coming up, it's going to be Metal Gear Solid 3 as my main featured stream every day with the hopes of wrapping it up by Thursday. And then every night, I'm planning on doing some kind of different multiplayer. So what I may do is Monday, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, maybe Tuesday, Fortnite, maybe Wednesday, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, maybe Thursday I'll do either Call of Duty or Star Wars Battlefront 2. And it's not necessarily going to be what I just mentioned. It's just going to be different multiplayer style games every night. So it's going to be a mix of Metal Gear during the day and multiplayer gameplay at night. I think that formula will work during the course of this week, okay? Then on Friday, which is the 13th of January, so 1 week from today, it is the premiere of the Dragon Ball FighterZ beta. Because I pre-ordered the game, I get access to the beta a day earlier than other people. And I'll be checking out basically the new characters and stuff that I have not seen at all. Because I have not really touched this game or looked at any footage of this game since the beta way back in September. So, pretty excited. That'll be a couple days of fun Dragon Ball FighterZ coverage. And then... okay, that leads me to the first point, before I get to the positive news, something that I want to pose to all of you, okay? So, question for all of you guys and gals on stream right now. I pose this to you, and I'd like some feedback via stream chat, or if you want to tweet me at TheyCallMeDSP, or email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com. Any of these methods, all right, are available. So, here's the deal, folks. The middle week of January, after the Dragon Ball FighterZ beta ends, which I believe the beta is running from the 13th to the 15th, and then it ends, okay? So we're talking maybe starting Tuesday, January 16th, all the way until Tuesday, January 23rd. I have nothing really on the schedule to do that's concrete or that I absolutely have to do, all right? I basically have a free week to do whatever I want. Now, of course, you got people screaming to play Super Mario Sunshine. I've said 5 million times I'm not playing Super Mario Sunshine this month. I've explained my reasons. I'm not going to reiterate it and repeat myself again. No Super Mario Sunshine this month, all right? In fact, I'll have an update. That's one of the positive updates I have for you guys coming up in this pre-stream. I'll explain how that's going to work, when I'm going to be playing that, okay? But since I have a whole open week, all right, I was thinking about what kind of stuff could I do. And, you know, I'm juggling in my head all the different things people have asked me for recently and everything. I was thinking, what could it be? What could be something fun that I do? And it just so happens, folks, that there was a major announcement made, if you guys are not aware. A major announcement was made, I believe it was last month, from Software. All right? And, well, actually, was it From Software, or was it actually the people who published the game and are maintaining the servers? I'm not sure. But anyway, Demon's Souls. Ladies and gentlemen, you may remember a little game called Demon's Souls. All right? That I played years ago. If you remember, I played years and years ago when it was new, Dark Souls 2, right? And then that year, after I played Dark Souls 2, I went back and I played Dark Souls 1 again. And then I played Demon's Souls, the game that started it all, the original game from Software with this really grueling style of gameplay, very difficult. It's the predecessor to the Dark Souls series. And in a lot of ways, it's way worse because it doesn't have constant bonfire checkpoints. I remember, there really is no constant bonfire checkpoint. You basically need to get through the stage from start to finish, which is pretty daunting in a lot of the stages. However, a lot of the stages are a lot shorter. Like, basically, the game itself is designed to be a shorter game, and the worlds are shorter. Not less challenging, though. A lot of the things in that game I remember were very challenging, okay? Now, when I originally played Demon's Souls, this was when I had just started direct capture and live streaming, and I was really enjoying doing interactive gameplay with you guys. Number one, everyone held my hand because I didn't know anything about the game. It was way harder than Dark Souls. Everyone told me everything about the game, so I remember that, okay? Number two, I grinded like crazy off camera. There was this one stage where as soon as you start the stage, there's a staircase and there's a bunch of skeleton knights. And you could kill them and grind on them for tons of experience points. And there was a time, I swear to God, it was like maybe a whole week where every night when I went offline from streaming, I would sit and grind for about 5 to 6 hours a night. No lie. It was me just grinding in this game for a ton of hours while I was watching like television or other stuff on my other, setup. I had back in Connecticut, I had a TV set up for gaming, but then I had another setup where I could hook up television and stuff. And so I would watch movies, TV on one while I was grinding in the other. And I really over-leveled, basically. Massively over-leveled playing Demon's Souls. Now, a lot of people had issue with that. In fact, some people accused me of cheating. And just, again, these crazy conspiracy theories that people come out with, whenever I play a game. There's no way that Phil actually legitimately grinded. He definitely cheated. He used this dupe glitch that exists in the game, obviously, to duplicate items and artificially raise his experience and all this. And I was like, I don't know what the people are even talking about. I don't know what this dupe glitch is. You know me, I don't look shit up. I was just grinding legitimately every night, okay? So, that being said, the reason that I'm bringing this up, folks, is you might not be aware there was a big announcement. Demon's Souls is shutting down its servers for good. And if you guys aren't aware, Demon's Souls in particular has one boss fight in the game that when I first played the game, I didn't even understand what the boss fight was. And people had to explain it to me why I couldn't get past it. All right, if you don't know, I'll spoil. So spoiler alert, everyone. If you never played Demon's Souls, it's a spoiler, but you probably want to hear this now anyway because it's going offline next month, okay? So, if you're not aware, there's a boss fight in Demon's Souls that's multiplayer. It's required multiplayer. The way it works is you go into this area and it randomly summons someone from the internet to face you. Now, I remember when I first played Demon's Souls, I didn't know that. I thought it was a computer-controlled boss. And someone shows up with a fucking, I think it was a scraping spear is what people called it. It was a spear that basically destroys all of your equipment. So it was a total troll. He just showed up not to kill me, but to fuck my equipment and fuck me over for the playthrough. And eventually, after fighting 3, 4, 5 different people during this random summit and realizing there's no way I'm going to be able to beat these people because they're all over-leveled and have incredibly good gear, I said, fuck this shit. And I unplugged the console, and then it summoned just an AI-controlled guy who was not a human on the internet, and I was able to easily beat it and progress with the game. Okay? So that being said, the two main reasons people had issue with that playthrough is, number one, because I grinded, And number two, because I basically cheaped out on that boss fight. Okay? And I admit I did. I didn't know what I was doing. I probably figured. Keep in mind, at that point was a long time ago before I had played games like Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3. I had way less experience of From Software games under my belt, so there really was no way I was going to learn on the fly and beat a human who'd been playing this game for years. It wasn't going to happen, all right? I think there's a desire to see me go back and replay Demon's Souls. In particular, right now would be the only real time I can do it, because the Demon's Souls servers, are going offline in February. So I think this would be the perfect time to do it. By the way, the game isn't very long, if I remember correctly. You can beat it within, say, 10 to 15 hours, depending on how well you do. And being that I'm going to have a whole week, like I said, I have from January 16th all the way to the 22nd, basically, to kind of focus on that game. I think it would be a good game to play during that week. All right. Now, here's the thing. I want to get your feedback. Is this a good idea? Yes or no? Because here's the thing. If I don't play Demon's Souls now, I'll never be able to do a legitimate redemption run ever. Never. Because the servers will be offline. I'll never be able to redo that boss fight with the multiplayer element ever again. All right? So, basically, it's a choice between should I do it now and do a redemption one, or say, oh, well, I'll just never play Demon's Souls ever again because it'll never be the legitimate experience. Okay? So, I see a mix. Right now, people in the stream chat are split. Some people are saying yes, and some people are saying no. Okay? I understand that. Some people are just tired of From Software games. Some people play Bloodborne. Well, Bloodborne, I'm not going to be able to beat in a week, because Bloodborne, number one, is a long game. Number two, I'm going to be doing the Old Hunters DLC, and I doubt that within 1 week of very strict timing that I'll be able to beat it. And that's what I like. Bloodborne, I want to do as a summer project when I know there's no time limit. I'll have unlimited time during the summer to go through Bloodborne, take my time with it, play it at my own pace. Keep in mind, I will not be grinding when I play Bloodborne again. So that's definitely something I want to save for the summer downtime, okay? Some people are just not listening to me whatsoever, and they want to stomp their feet and be whiny babies and demand Super Mario Sunshine, which they're not getting this month. So, wah! I already told you, in this very pre-stream, I'm going to explain my plans for Super Mario Sunshine, okay? In this very pre-stream, so just relax. A lot of people are saying it's a good plan. Some people are against it. I think, listen, if you don't want Demon's Souls because you're tired of From Software games, okay, fair enough. That's actually a valid reason. That's a very valid reason. Now, if you want to see something else, and you think that it would be good for about a week of mainstreaming, let me know, all right? But it's not going to be Super Mario Sunshine, so you can just give up on that idea, okay? Dank Meme Night being the contrarian. He says, play Sunshine. All right. So there you go. So let me know. Let me know your opinion. Some people seem to like it. Some people don't. Tweet me at @theycallmeDSP. Email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com. What I'm going to be doing is fielding your opinions for the next week. If anyone has a much better idea that trumps this idea, great. Then that'll be what I will play for that week instead. But right now, this seems like a really good idea, since it's a perfect timing to do it before the servers go offline. All right? Okay. So there you go. All right. A few quick things, then we'll talk about the positive news, and then we'll get started with the usual. So a few quick things. Number one, folks, we are at the highest number of subs I've ever had. In fact, I'm going to confirm right now how many I have. I'm currently at 421 subscribers. We had a big push last night. Some people were subbing, some people were gifting subs. It was really nice. So we're up to 421. If you guys aren't aware, the goal this month is 450 subs on my Twitch channel. And if I hit 450 concurrent subs, meaning at the same time, at any point during the month of January, I'm going to be doing a big celebratory Indies event. All right? And that's going to take place either late February, early March. Right now, I'm pushing for early March, and I'll explain why in a moment. It has to do with Super Mario Sunshine, okay? So we're doing real good right now. We're doing real good in regards to the situation with subs. People every day are getting more and more subs. It's working. This is motivation for people to sub. And people have even recommended that when I do multiplayer exclusive streams, that maybe I should put a running sub count on the stream physically. Like, you can see it on the stream, you know what I mean? Visually there. Not physically, visually is what I meant to say. And I might start doing that. Like, when I play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, maybe I'll put a sub count, you know, up on the screen. If people sub, I can add to it or whatever. So, we'll see. But so far, so good. Okay. And I think that we will... I'm feeling very positive about hitting 450 subs by the end of the month. One thing I got to warn everyone, though, is that there's very big potential that there will be a day or two when we lose a ton of subs. Because if you guys remember, in particular, last month, I did a big fundraiser. And during this fundraiser, I got an incredible amount of subs that day. And that was near the end of December. What I'm nervous about is that we're going to have a big fallout. If we don't hit 450 by, say, the middle of January, I'm a little nervous that we may not. Because then you're going to see every day 10, 20, 30 subs falling out and not getting enough to keep up with it. So now is the time. By the way, folks, right now, if you've never been a subscriber of mine, subs are 20% off. And if you want to gift a sub to someone, it's also 20% off. Only today and tomorrow. That's it. Only 2 days left to do that. So if you want a 20% discount off subs, now is the time to take action. All right? Sound good? Okay. Very good. There was one other thing I wanted to talk about, and then I'm going to get to the good news, and then we can get to the usual stuff and get started here with gameplay. But what the fuck was it now? I hate that when that happens, when I have so much to talk about, that I forget one thing. Well, in particular, I don't think it's... Oh, that's right. I remember what it is now. The live pet. Many of you don't even know what this is because I haven't mentioned it in a couple weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look below my stream here on my Twitch page, if you're on a version that's not like the mobile version, you'll see I have a plugin that is an extension. It's a Twitch pet, or live pet, excuse me. It's an extension that I was testing during the month of December as a beta for a company. Now, I wasn't getting paid for it, all right? But it was a cool thing to do. I've left it on there. Basically, it's kind of died out at this point. No one's really using it anymore. If you're not aware, it's basically like a Tamagotchi, where if you click on this live pet during the stream, it levels up with experience points, and every 5 levels, it changes to a different public emote here on Twitch. It's been stuck at the one that it's on for about a week and a half, and no one's really been clicking on it because I haven't been mentioning it. If you guys still like it and want me to leave it up, I will. But some people have expressed that it possibly drains on memory of the browser when you're watching my streams. So I'm thinking about disabling it because I don't make any money on it. The only money I make is that there are microtransactions for it. If you want to like speed up the amount of experience it can get or whatever, and you toss a couple bucks its way, I get a cut of that. But pretty much no one's been using it. So I see no reason to keep it unless people are going to start using it again. All right. So let me know what you guys think. If you're going to keep messing with it and clicking on it and playing with it and leveling it up, I'll leave it. But if I get feedback in the next couple of days that people are pretty much bored with it and done with it, I'm going to disable it. Okay? I already got a couple people in stream chat saying disable it. So. All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see if I get feedback. And like I said, if there's no movement on this thing in the next day or two, I'll get rid of it. Okay? All right, now it's time for the positive news, ladies and gentlemen. 2 pieces of positive news for you this morning. Actually, right now it just hit afternoon. So this afternoon, let's talk, all right? Number 1, the first piece of positive news, I finally have a concrete update for you on the Super Mario Sunshine playthrough that everyone's been bugging me about for months, all right? Here's the positive feedback. Last night I said, you know what? We're getting towards the time when I'm thinking of playing this game. It's going to be in February at some point, okay? And basically the 2 pieces of positive news I have for you guys are tying together, which is why I'm bringing them both up at the same time, all right? So first, let's talk about Super Mario Sunshine. I'm thinking about doing it in late February. What I mean by that is the second half of February, because the only game that I'm even seeing releasing in the second half of February 2018 is the Secret of Mana remake, all right? That's the only one I see that I'm really interested in playing. So I'm thinking, gee, Secret of Mana, yeah, I definitely want to play that. I wonder if people will be interested in it because it is a JRPG. But outside of that, I think Super Mario Sunshine would be a good playthrough to do in late February 2018. Okay, kind of the second half of the month. And from what I've been hearing, the game's long and difficult, so it may take me a good 1 to 2 weeks to actually beat the game. Okay? So I started thinking about this. I'm like, all right, time to get stuff together. Let's get all the resources together so I can play this game. And I started doing research and finding out it's not going to be easy. First of all, when I did ask for people to nominate and vote on games for me to do for a Patron's Choice playthrough, I always have these rules. Please let it be on a modern console, or if it's not on a modern console, let it be on a virtual console so that I can play it easily, rather than having to whip out old equipment, trying to find workarounds to capture from old equipment or whatever. This has always been a requirement for Patron's Choice playthroughs, okay? Yet, sadly, people who nominate and vote on games don't always read the requirements, and a lot of times they just ignore them because they want me to play a certain game so badly that they just don't care. Oh, I want to see people play this game. Yeah, but it's only on PS2, was never emulated on PSN. There's no way to capture from HDMI from PS2. Phil doesn't even have an active PS2 he can capture from. And the game's incredibly expensive. You have to buy it disc only online. It's like $70. Oh, I don't care. I want to see it. So then they nominate and vote on it. And it's like, guys, that was you violated the criteria of the event. I said up front there were these criteria. Okay? So, here's the deal, folks. Super Mario Sunshine was both nominated and voted on by patrons way back when in the summer/fall of 2017 as a Patron's Choice playthrough. At that time, I was already playing Mario Cross Rabbids, and I had Super Mario Odyssey coming up, and I basically told everyone there's no way I could play Mario Sunshine right now. It would make no sense. My whole channel would be Mario Nintendo content that I can't make money on, by the way. And it wouldn't make sense. I told everyone I'd play it in early 2018, if and when, it makes sense. It didn't make sense to do it this month because I needed to raise funds to save my ass and pay my back taxes, all right? So it makes more sense to do it in February. That's why I'm going to be doing it in late February, okay? How can I play Super Mario Sunshine? Well, if I buy a GameCube, I can't really capture properly from a GameCube. So that's not going to work, okay? It's not available on Virtual Console yet. Now, there's strong rumors, okay? Very strong rumors that on the Nintendo Switch, very shortly, within, say, the next couple of months, Nintendo will be announcing the GameCube Virtual Console. And you'll now be able to pay to download classic GameCube games on your Nintendo Switch and be able to, basically be able to play them on there, for a fee, of course. You got to buy them, just like Nintendo. They re-released their games a million times, all right? But that's not available yet, okay? So you can't do it that way. So I was like, how am I going to play this game? I can't get a GameCube and capture from it. I can't play it on Wii U. I can't play it on Switch. What the hell am I going to do? Well, there is some good news. Last night I did some work to try to figure this out, and here's what I came up with, all right? The earlier versions of the Nintendo Wii, all right? The earlier versions of the Nintendo Wii are basically enabled to play GameCube games. In fact, if you're not aware, the earlier versions of Nintendo Wii have GameCube memory card slots and GameCube controller ports built into them. It wasn't until the later half, like the second half of the life of the Nintendo Wii, where they removed all that functionality. Why? I have no idea, because again, they don't have these games available on Virtual Console, so it doesn't seem to make any sense that they did that. But they do Nintendo does what they want to do, okay? So, that being said, I said, if I can find a Wii that's either an older Wii, or if I can even find my old Wii, we'll be good, right? Now, I'm going to have some hoops to jump through, but let me figure this out. So I did. I dug into my closet last night. It took me about 40 minutes. I finally found my old Wii. I thought I had gotten rid of it. I did. I thought I had gotten rid of this thing when I moved. Apparently, I didn't, because I still have it. I've got the power adapter. I've got the Wii movement bar, whatever you call it, the fucking bar. I have all of it, so that's good. So, yeah, I have it, and this is the old model that still has the GameCube memory card slots. It still has the GameCube controller ports, all right? The other good news here is that I have a GameCube controller. By complete chance, if you guys aren't aware, when Smash Brothers was released for the Wii U years ago, okay, they came with there was a collector's edition you could buy that came with the Smash controller. Well, guess what? That's the version that I bought. So I have the version that came with a GameCube Smash controller, and this is a standard GameCube controller. It works on GameCube. which means it'll work with my old Wii. So I'm half of the way there, okay? So last night I said, all right, so realistically, what would I need now to use this Wii to play Super Mario Sunshine? So I looked into it. First of all, I need to buy the game because, again, it's not available digitally at all. I look into it. Guess what? Super Mario Sunshine is incredibly expensive. The cheapest one I could find from a reliable seller on Amazon was $45. There were other sellers, but a lot of them had bad feedback or mixed feedback. And I was like, nah, I don't want to spend 30 to 40 bucks for a copy of Sunshine that ends up being scratched or whatever. Now I got to deal with fucking returning it and everything. So I found a seller that had good ratings and was also able to ship via Amazon Prime, meaning I could get the game quickly and it's free because I'm part of Amazon Prime. All right. So I got it, 45 bucks. Then I realized, well, wait a minute. I don't have a GameCube memory card. So I went and got, like, I think it was like 5 to 10 bucks for a El Cheapo GameCube memory card off of Amazon. Okay. Then I said, oh, crap. How am I going to capture for my Wii? Because if you guys aren't aware, the Wii does not have HDMI out. It wasn't until the Wii U that Nintendo console started doing HDMI video out, and I could only capture via HDMI. So I said, okay, let me look into this. So I did. I looked into it, and I said, okay, adapters. There are many. I mean, I'm not even kidding. There are probably about 3 dozen different brands of HDMI adapters available for the Wii console. So I bought 2 different ones. They're both cheap. They're all cheap. They're all between, say, $5 to $15. So I bought 2 different ones. And what I'll do is when they show up, I'll use them both. I'll see which one, does either one look better or work better, and go with that. And if neither of those work, no skin off my back. They were only $8 each or whatever. So I'll just order another one. You know, the good news is I'm setting this up with enough time that if any component of what I'm trying to do here doesn't work, I have more time to order replacement pieces and get everything working. You know, if I was playing Mario Sunshine next week, I wouldn't have this time to work through this stuff and get it working properly. I'd have to rush. I don't have to rush now. I'll have time to make sure I have everything set up and working properly. Okay? So, I'm putting in a lot of time and effort trying to get this Super Mario Sunshine playthrough going. I hope you guys appreciate that, because this is not something easy. And by the way, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Moving forward, no, I'm not going to do this. When we do Patron's Choice events, it's going to be, just like I said, for the criteria. The game has to be readily available on a modern console, or has to be available via Virtual Console / PSN, via Xbox Live. Has to be something easy to play. Can't be a game where I have to order, because I'm not even exaggerating. Last night, I spent over $80 just the first order of shit to get this going. Over $80. Now, if I didn't have a GameCube controller, it would have been even more. All right? But luckily, I had one. So, dumping, $80 to $100 to do a playthrough for a game that more than likely, by the way, probably within 6 months is going to be on Virtual Console on the Switch. But people are so demanding that I fucking play this game that I'm like, all right, well, this is what people keep demanding. I'm going to do it. So hopefully everything works out. Hopefully the game disc shows up and it works. Hopefully these HDMI adapters work. Memory card works. Because I'll be testing all this within the next week or two to let everyone know. And then, like I said, the Super Mario Sunshine playthrough will be taking place in late February. All right. When exactly? Well, this ties into the second piece of good news that I have for all of you. And this is something that I actually am very, 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 very grateful for, folks. I have good news regarding my personal life. And I'm not going to give you concrete details or anything like that. But ladies and gentlemen, I have a very positive update for you. Okay? In regards to the tax situation that I was in, the situation where I didn't know if I was going to be able to pay my back taxes by the end of this month, and or if I wasn't going to be able to pay those back taxes, I was going to end up having to maybe look to sell my house, at least for the short term, folks. At least for the short term. It looks like I'm out of hot water. It looks like I raised enough funds in December. I should be able to pay the taxes that are due by the end of this month. I should be able to afford any tax attorney fees that may come my way this month. And if and when, the state of Washington determines what I owe in back taxes and works on that and gives me a payment plan, I'm hoping I should be able to afford it, because if they put me on a payment plan, I should be able to. Okay? So that should be good. So all that being said, folks, all that being said, The good news here is a few things have, well, let me put it this way. A few things have come together that, well, even that isn't the right way to say it. Circumstances have aligned in a manner that it looks like some positive things are going to happen between me and my girlfriend within the next month to month and a half. All right. What in particular? Well, basically, here's the deal. You know, my girlfriend does not live here with me in Washington State. She lives, flying distance away from me. She has to fly to come see me. All right. Currently, she's in a situation where the lease on her place where she's living is expiring. When is it expiring? In late February. Well, she was in a situation where she was going to say, okay, well, maybe I'll get a short-term lease because, as I've mentioned to you guys many times, we're definitely looking for her to move in with me sometime this year. And first I said, there's no way she can move in with me if I have to sell my house right away. Okay? I knew that. Well, we're past that hurdle. It looks like because of the amount of funds I was able to raise in December and the fact that you guys have been incredibly supportive so far this year, things are looking positive. It looks like we're past that hurdle. So that hurdle's out of the way thanks to your support. So again, I got to say thank you guys so much. Seriously. Like, your ongoing support and positivity are allowing me not only to keep doing this as a job, but you're making my life much better. You really are, okay? So, my girlfriend's lease ending at the end of February. She was looking to get maybe a short-term lease on her place, right? Maybe I could do like a 3-month or a 6-month lease only. And then, depending on what happens with Phil, can I move in with Phil or whatever? Well, she got notice in the past couple of weeks. Guess what? She can't renew her lease because the owner of the place where she lives has decided to sell the house. So basically, she got served a notice. You have to leave permanently by the end of February. Which now puts her in a position, she's like, oh shit. Well, now you're talking not only getting a new lease, but now I have to move all my shit out of here. Okay? And you'll go to a new place. And if I'm going to move in with Phil this year at some point, now you're talking 2 moves. That would not be good. Imagine if she had to pay to get all her stuff moved once. And then within a few months, oh, well, now things are good. Let's move in, move in with me. Now she has to pay to move the stuff again. It doesn't make sense. Double move doesn't make sense at all, right? So that being said, we are currently in the works, all right, of having her move in with me, okay? So we're talking about this, and we're working out details, and I don't want to give you guys any specifics because you know what'll happen. If I give you guys specifics of the reason, what we're working on right now and the reasons of why it can only happen during a certain time frame and everything, immediately you're going to have these fucking obsessed, mentally ill idiots running out there trying to find out her personal information and all that shit, and I don't want that, okay? I don't. I can't have that. The bottom line is, when she lives here with me, that's something different because then anything that, we go through together, and that's okay. But for her to have personal stuff revealed and or have, be harassed before she even gets here would not be acceptable whatsoever. Okay? So, right now, we're behind the scenes of everything. We're actually doing a lot of work to see if it's viable and see if she can actually move in with me sometime in the month of February. All right? And what we're hoping for, because she has a time frame where she has to move out of her place by late February. Obviously, the sooner the better. The problem is there's a few hoops we're jumping through right now to see if this is even viable. There's a lot of things, in regards to a lot of different things that have to be done before you could see if you could do a move and stuff like that. So we're working on it. All right. The good news here, obviously it's good news for me, is my girlfriend may be living with me starting in February. That would be amazing because, as you guys have known, it's been very stressful for me in 2017, going through a breakup and being here alone, basically, for the greater part of 2017, not having any support, basically taking care of the house by myself, making meals for myself, constantly not having any additional income. It's all on me and all on my shoulders. Has been really frustrating. And again, I got to say thank you to you guys for making 2017 a successful year for me, because it could have been the year when everything fell apart. But you guys really kept me going with your positivity, and let's be honest, with your contributions via streams, things went really well, all right? So thank you for that. And you basically, I mean, no lie, this is not an exaggeration whatsoever. The positivity you guys showed me last year and the rallying you did at the end of the year to help me out of this tax situation, you've basically made this possible. If I was in a situation where I don't know how I'm going to pay my taxes, this would not be possible at all. All right? So you made this possible. Thank you guys. Seriously, like, you have no idea. You have absolutely no idea how, how good things are going for me. Right? I'm feeling so positive right now about the future. So now not only am I looking, wow, look at all the great stuff that's going to happen this year. Streams are at all-time high. Everyone's positive, enjoying this stuff. No matter what I play, people are coming out and enjoying it. Everything's going well. Now my girlfriend's going to be moving in with me, hopefully in February. You see what I mean? All this positivity all at once. Seriously awesome, right? I'm so excited for this. And I want, again, I mean, I don't know how many times I could say thank you, because I'm so happy right now with everything, the way that things are going, okay? So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, obviously, what this means, folks, is that if she does move in February, you're going to be seeing her for the first time. Now, am I going to have her constantly jumping into all of my content? No. No. Let's get something straight here, all right? As I've said many times, my girlfriend does not want to constantly be a part of everything. She doesn't want to wedge herself into my life, and she's not going to become part of constant streaming or whatever. But every once in a while, maybe you'll see her on a stream. Every once in a while, if there's a good co-op game that maybe we're interested in playing together, we may do a co-op playthrough of it. Co-op streaming, right? DSP tries it. When the series does resume, because by the way, it's been on hiatus because there's been nothing new going on in the realm of food or anything for me to do. When we do DSP tries it, you're going to see her in those videos, all right? So, yeah, so you are going to eventually see her in stuff. And, it was inevitable. Like I said, it's fine when she's living with me and now she's part of my life. Then she becomes part of a public persona that's different from her now when she has her own private life and she's away from me. That wouldn't be fair for her to be getting harassed by assholes and stuff. Okay? So there you go. Yes, you will be seeing her sooner rather than later. Hopefully, knock on wood, if everything goes according to plan, everything is working out the way that we're trying to schedule here, that's the deal. Now, I don't know. I can't guarantee it because we don't know. There's a few factors involved here behind the scenes that we can't control, that we're basically waiting on some information and or waiting on other stuff. And once we get all that stuff done, then we can say, oh, guess what? Here you go. She's going to be moving in during this time period. And by the way, I should say this as well. Obviously, when she's moving in, there's going to be time away from me streaming for a few days at least to get her moved in. Because basically what I would need to do to get her moved in, number one, move her stuff in, get her settled in. Number two, got to get her a driver's license in this state so she can drive. I got to get her car insurance in this state so she can drive because she's going to get a job. She already, has a job where she's looking to transfer here. That's one of the things we're working on. And, she needs to be able to have transportation for herself and all of that. There's a lot of stuff we need to work on, get her new clothing and stuff and everything for this because she lives in it. Well, let me not get into that, but basically, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done here for her to get set up and settled in. All right. So there will be basically some time off during February from streaming, all right, where I will be able to, basically help her get settled in here with me and we get used to living together for, a few days at least before I jump right back into streaming every single day. All right, so just forewarning everyone that may be coming up, all right, there may be some vlogging involved, we'll see, okay, and so that's something very positive to look forward to. Okay? So, hilarious. I just like to very quickly say, how hilarious is it, the stupid drama queens of the internet who have completely made up shit about me and my personal life recently, and they're still propagating these complete bullshit stories based on zero facts, while in the meanwhile, positive stuff is actually happening with me and my actual girlfriend, and you guys will probably see her sooner rather than later if everything goes according to plan. Pretty funny, right? I just find it absolutely hilarious of the stupid shit that people talk about me and literally just make shit up out of nowhere with no factual basis just to cause drama and attention for themselves. Really stupid. But that's what I mean. It's all unsubstantiated garbage. It's all completely false, the shit that people say about me. And here you go. I'm making concrete steps to have my actual girlfriend move in with me in February. You're going to see her, and all that shit that's all over the internet with garbage right now is going to be completely disproven very shortly. Okay? So there you go. All right, so that's the good news. So the good news is, number one, folks, Super Mario Sunshine coming in late February. In fact, the reason that I can't give you a date is because of the other positive piece of news. Because I'm working on having, my girlfriend possibly move in with me here in the month of February. And basically, once the time off is done, then when I come back from the time off, boom, we'll start with Super Mario Sunshine. Okay? Sounds good? Sounds good, folks? All right. There you go. A lot of positive news. All right? Very nice. Alrighty then. Alright, folks. So, that's it. Now, let's just go to the usual stuff with some quick plugs, some shout-outs, and then we'll get started with the premiere of Metal Gear Solid 3 HD, Snake Eater. Sounds good? Alright. Here we go, folks. So, some quick plugs. I've already mentioned Patreon, folks. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. Right now, we're doing really well in the subs department. If we hit 450 subs this month, okay, I'll be doing this Indies Marathon. If you want to have control over that marathon, all right, one of the perks right now on my Patreon, the $5 perk, is the ability to get premium forum access so you can nominate and vote on the indie games that will be played in this upcoming marathon. In addition, there's other great perks from being a patron of mine, including things like getting text or verbal thank yous in my videos, getting private Q&A videos made, getting your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King. Really good stuff. Being a patron earns you personal perks that are great, and it also goes above and beyond just being a normal viewer. You're basically helping directly support things like helping me pay my electric bill, the internet bill, the cost of games. I just bought new headphones last month because I needed them after having the same headphones for almost 4 years. Patreon helps with all of that. So please check it out, patreon.com/DarkSidePhil, and thank you very much, guys, who already are patrons of mine. Your support is greatly appreciated. Number 2. Ladies and gents, number 2. Let's talk about Teespring, where you can get really cool stuff like t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, all kinds of stuff with artwork and logos designed by my viewers and fans. This last year, my Teespring has been pretty successful with, I think actually if I looked, it was over 100 items shipped worldwide in the month of 2017, in the year of 2017. Pretty cool. Anything you buy from my Teespring shop, I get a pretty good commission from. Yesterday, actually, someone asked, how much do I make? Roughly, I'd say between $5 to $7 a sale. Anything you buy, I make $5 to $7 off of it. So, hey, it helps out. It really does. It adds up, right? So, please consider checking out the shop and maybe getting something. FYI, there will be some new product design shortly. It is being designed right now for my 10-year anniversary. This year, ladies and gentlemen, is my 10th year on the internet. And I'm very excited about that. And I want to celebrate that with some special stuff. And this will be a way to do it. So, some information on that coming up soon. Sounds good? Okay. Last but not least, folks, if you're here live on the stream and you feel like cheering, subbing, or tipping because you're getting hype and you're enjoying the stuff that you're seeing, I will give you a shout out for any cheer, sub, or tip that you contribute during today's stream. However, keep in mind, it is at my discretion. If someone's spamming constantly, if someone's saying stuff unrelated to the game, if someone's trolling, I don't have to read every single one. All right, but I do my best during live streams to give you shout outs for your contributions. Okay. If you cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe to the channel and click on the share button, or if you tip me $2 or more, you'll get an on-screen thank you pop-up notification as well. So you'll get both visual and verbal confirmation for your contributions, okay? I will say this, folks. The Metal Gear Solid 2 playthrough, roughly 70% of the videos of that playthrough were claimed by Konami on YouTube, meaning I literally am making pennies off that playthrough. Probably, all in all, when that playthrough finally people start, finishing up watching it, I'll probably make like 20 bucks on it. So this is very much, based on me wanting to do these redemption runs for you guys after 6 years away from the Metal Gear series. And also, of course, based on the fact that people really rallied in December via Patreon and tips in order to see me play these games. So it is much appreciated, anything you contribute during the streams, because I'm making no money on these playthroughs on YouTube. And it's tough because I've been playing Metal Gear 2 all week, and I'm going to be playing Metal Gear 3 all week. Making no money on that shit. Anything you contribute during streams is very much appreciated and helps out tremendously. Okay? Fair enough? Okay. Let's do some shout-outs. Let's do some shout-outs. And then let's begin with gameplay. Okay? So let's get to the shout-outs here. Hold on. Scrolling all the way down here. Okay. So, before the stream started, Monique Ford did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Monique, for the cheer and your support. Big Boy Dumper did a 25-bit cheer and said, please, for the love of God, watch the tutorials before the start of the game. Now, I've heard mixed feedback. I need to ask you guys in the stream chat who know about Metal Gear Solid 3. All right? I've heard there's two ways to do the tutorials. Either you can play them before the game, or if when you're booting the game, you don't say, I like Metal, or I love Metal Gear Solid 3, the tutorials will actually be integrated into the game. Is that true? Is that true or not? Because I basically want to play the tutorials, but if they could be integrated into the game instead of being a separate thing, that would be good. But I don't know if that's true or not. Well, no one's saying anything in the stream chat, but at the same time, the stream chat's delayed by 30 to 40 seconds, so. So what should I do? When I boot the game, should I play the tutorial separate from the game, or should I not choose the I like or I love Metal Gear Solid 3 option and have them integrated? Alright, a lot of people are saying do the video tutorials, so I guess I'll do the video tutorial. Maybe I won't record them for YouTube. Maybe I won't record the tutorials for YouTube, because I don't think anyone wants to see me fucking watch tutorial videos. Maybe we'll just watch them together here on stream, and then I'll start recording once I actually start playing the game. Okay? Okay. There you go. Tokyo Trump did a 25-bit cheer. And says, you ever eat snake before? Yummy. No, I have never eaten snake. I know it is a delicacy in some countries, but I have never eaten steak myself. So, there you go. Critical for Days did a 30-bit cheer. He says, Phil, even though you did worse than the last time that you played Metal Gear Solid 2, I had fun watching it and respect your opinion on the game. At least you cared about the story and didn't insult the game like the first time. But of course, it doesn't matter since people will still make negative videos and make you look like a bad person. Well, of course. We all, listen, at this point, we don't need to even beat around the bush. We know what's going to happen, and we all accept it, and we all just say, whatever, we ignore it, and we move on, right? Alrighty. Texas Gaming did a 25-bit cheer. He said, after selecting new game, do not select I like Metal Gear Solid 3. That way you will get the tutorials throughout the game. Okay. We just talked about that. Tokyo Trump did another 25-bit cheer. He said, what console will you be playing Fortnite on? PlayStation 4. I'll be playing it on PS4. Resident Evil Beating did a 25-bit cheer and says, please do Persona 5 instead of Demon Souls. Maybe do a poll on what people want. No, that will not happen. Only because I know for a fact that even if I played Persona 5 as my featured stream all week, I would not beat the game in time. Persona 5 may be something that will be coming back maybe during the summer months, okay? But it was not going to be coming back this month. No, it will not. Gamer Unlimited TV did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Gamer Unlimited TV, for the cheer. I appreciate the support. Nick did a $1 tip. He says, by putting it in the poll, you indirectly confirm that you can play it. This is on you, not the patrons. Also, you can emulate GameCube games. All right, Nick, I'm not going to argue with you. Wrong. You are absolutely wrong. I am super busy, as you guys know. I lay down rules and criteria for a reason, okay? And I expect that when people nominate and vote on games, they're going to follow the rules and criteria that I set out. I can't look into every single fucking game that people nominate to make sure what platform is on is available or whatever. I just can't. Guys, I'm on stream upwards of 8 hours a day. I'm working my ass off. I can't just sit around and constantly keep doing this shit, all right? You got to have some air of responsibility here where if you're going to nominate a game, you abide by the rules of the event and can't have... Well, I'm not your parent. I can't be constantly checking and double checking your work. Like I'm checking your homework to make sure you did it right. That's ridiculous, all right? You got to take some responsibility here. The bottom line is the patrons did not really look into Super Mario Sunshine. They were dying to see me play it, but they didn't abide by the rules of the event. Now, we just got lucky that I happen to have my Wii still, even though I have to spend money now, tons of money to play this game. You know, I've already spent 80 something bucks and may have to spend more if some of this equipment doesn't work. But moving forward, I'm not going to allow this kind of stuff anymore. I'm going to say it way up front that if you nominate a game that's not easily available, that's your problem, not mine. I can't sit here and double check and recheck and do massive research into the literally 50 plus games that get nominated for these events. I don't have time for it. Okay? Okay. NY Atmosphere did a 50-bit cheer. He says, since you're being Metal Gear Solid 2 earlier than expected and you're now fairly accustomed on how to play the classic Metal Gears, would you consider playing Metal Gear Solid 3 on hard mode? No! Stop. Stop it. Good Lord. Do you want me to see me play Metal Gear Solid 3 for the next month? Come on, man. Get out of here. Brutus Martins did a 500-bit cheer. Hi, Phil. Very happy to see you play this again. Have fun. Thank you very much, Brutus Martins, for the 500-bit cheer. You are now the cheerleader for today's stream with that 500-bit cheer. Thank you very much for the support. Atlas Telebon did a 50-bit cheer. He says, just a random shout out to some of the regulars. Been laughing so hard because of some of the questions and remarks they've been making. Golden Colts, Viking, Monique, Mitch RV Guy, Big Boy Dumper, Conan the Barbarian, etc. There you go. A shout out from a viewer to other viewers. Very nice. Thank you, Atlas, for the support and for the shout out. Big Boy Dumper did a 25-bit cheer and asked, is my girlfriend a gamer? Yes, she is. She's into a lot of different games. She actually has a gaming PC that's better than mine. I'm not even kidding you. Her gaming PC is better than my PC that I use for my work. And she plays a lot of different games. I mentioned she really likes the Assassin's Creed series. She likes certain multiplayer games, not others. Right now, she's actually been playing Skyrim quite a lot. She got the Skyrim remastered edition for PS4. She originally played it on PC, just like I did. When Skyrim was new, she played it on PC just like me. And it was funny because we've had fun conversations talking about the bugs and shit of that game at launch. How you had purple melting dragons that looked like Barney the dinosaur because of graphical glitches, and how giants would run up and hit you once and kill you and launch you into space. So we both went through those same glitches, which is pretty hilarious. But right now she's playing Skyrim, second time, and that game has so much content. She's enjoying the hell out of it. So, yes, she is. She's a gamer just like me. NY Atmosphere did another 25-bit cheer. He says, I wouldn't recommend playing this game any higher than hard difficulty. Don't worry, I'm not. I'm playing it on normal. I've literally never mentioned playing any of these Metal Gear games on higher than normal difficulty, yet people just keep talking about it. I'm not doing it. There you go. Resident Evil Beating did a 25-bit cheer and says, Phil, it's great your girlfriend may be moving in soon. Warn her about the mentally ill losers who may try to harass. Oh, she already knows. That's why I've been telling you guys. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, and this is the God's honest truth. She was very sad when she visited here in December, and we put up the tree, that I couldn't do like a vlog. She was very sad because I was like, man, normally I do vlogging of me putting up my Christmas tree, and I can't do it this year because you're not here with me, permanently. You got to go back home, and I don't want people harassing you or whatever. So, and she agreed that it was the right thing to do, but she was very sad. She's like, man, if only, I could actually be a part of your Christmas stuff like normally, you would do, but I understand. So, that's why we're doing it we're keeping it very close to the, what's the saying? You keep it close to the cheek or whatever. I don't know what the actual saying is, but basically not revealing any info until a time when it makes sense. When she's here with me, safe, not have to worry about constantly being fucking harassed, where she lives now and stuff like that. So, there you go. Alice Telemon did another 55-bit cheer. He says, Brendan Green said that PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds will evolve further and further for at least 10 years. Wouldn't it be cool to have MSG sneak mechanics in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds? I don't think you'll ever have them. But definitely right now, the game is incredibly basic. So, I would definitely like to see the game evolve over the years. If anything, why is there no fucking dodge? There's no dodge in the game. So anyone can hit you with a vehicle easily because the controls are so delayed on Xbox One. Give me a fucking dodge roll to the side, and then vehicles will be nerfed, basically. I don't understand why they don't do that. It's so stupid. It's like a basic thing they could add in 5 seconds, but whatever. Anyway. Big Boy Dumper did a 50-bit cheer and said, definitely watch the tutorials. They're far more in-depth than the integration option. Don't use that. Dark Row 12 did a 25-bit cheer and said, play the tutorials. And then Dumper says, the tutorials are good, record them. Yeah, but if they're just videos I'm watching and commenting over, I'm not going to record them. There's no point. It's one thing if I'm playing them and they're interactive. It's another thing if I'm just watching videos. I'm not going to record that. That's stupid. Okay? Excuse me. Dumper did another 25-bit cheers. And in real life, one of the nicknames for U.S. Army Special Forces Green Berets is the Snake Eaters. No lie. Then Big Boy Dumper did another 25-bit cheer, and he said, make it clear to mods the Easter eggs and basic controls are not the same as saying how to be a boss, where to go, spoiling, etc. Yeah, there was a lot of confusion during Metal Gear Solid 2. I'll be honest, I do think that some of the stuff was a little bit more spoilerish, and some of it wasn't. The bottom line is, if there's something that's a funny Easter egg, okay, but please don't try to explain to me, you know, advanced stuff in the game. Let me try to figure it out, alright? That way we get people stop fucking bitching. People whining about shit. Wah. Wah. Alright, and then Dumper did another 25-bit cheer. He says, good luck on the playthrough, a real redemption, watching in anticipation from here on out. And King of Hypocrisy did a 25-bit cheer, talking about tons of drama. I'll be honest, King of Hypocrisy, I could read your message, but I don't even want to bother with it. It's so fucking stupid. It's just ludicrous. Ludicrous nonsense based on zero facts, because it's 100% false nonsense from idiots trying to give themselves attention, and it's just stupidity at this point, and I'm not going to deal with it. I got my own real life shit that I'm dealing with, you know, my own work, my streaming, having fun, my girlfriend and everything. I don't need to deal with their stupid fantasy world drama nonsense. Let them all circle jerk each other into fucking oblivion. And then when my girlfriend does move in with me and they all look like complete fucking utter buffoons, no one will give a fuck about them ever again. There you go. Dark Road did a 25-bit cheer and says, I think people should explain useful game mechanics when they're relevant, not spoilers or game directions. I agree. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for your support here on the pre-stream. Reminder, we are pushing towards 450 subs. And by the way, during pre-stream, guess what? We're now down to 420 subs. This is what happens. The subs don't, you know, renew automatically. We've already lost one. So, just throwing that out there. You know, ow. Cracked my neck, ow. Just throwing that out there. A good way to support right now would be to subscribe to get up to the 450 subs so we can do the special event. There you have it. And again, any cheers, subs, tips, I will give a shout out. And I'm very appreciative right now of your contributions because, you know, I'm not going to make any money on this playthrough on YouTube. It's all going to get claimed by Konami, those greedy bastards. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being patient. Let's now begin with Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater HD Edition. Wow. Excuse me. Thank you, and let's begin. Very nice.